Changes in range. Ooh, interesting topic. So the range is the spread of a set of numbers. You take the biggest number, you take the smallest number. So biggest number, smallest number. You see how far they are apart. So they are 7 apart. And so that's the range. The range of these numbers is 7. 9 minus 2 is 7. I'll write that here. So if a 1 were added to this set, right? Look at the set of numbers. How would the range change if the number 1 were added to this set? Well, the smallest number would change to a 1. So we'd have 9 minus 1, which equals 8. And so the range would increase. Go from 7 to 8 there. How would the range change if 4 were added? Well, you can already tell nothing would happen, right? I mean, the biggest number is 8. The smallest number is 1. Putting in a middle number is not going to change the range. So no change. How would the range change if 2 were added? Luckily for us, looks like the biggest number is 9 and the smallest number is 1, but either way, 2 is in the middle. That's not going to affect the range. It's not going to affect how far apart the numbers are. So no change, because 2 is between 1 and 9. How would the range change if 5 were added? Oh, 5 feels really middly, right? So, I mean, we're definitely not going to screw anything up by adding a 5. Right? There are already some 5s in here. So the range is not going to change. The range is 8, and it's going to stay 8. How would the range change if the number 4 were added to the set? Again, 4 is a nice middle number in between 1 and 10. 10 minus 1 is 9. The range is 9. So the 4 is not going to affect how spread out those numbers are. We're going to go no change. Okay, what if a 5 were added? I'm just making sure the question's the same, right? Sometimes they'll try to trick you. But it's still the same question. What if a 5 were added? Well, the biggest number is 9. The smallest number is 1. The range is 8. But none of that matters because 5 is in the middle. Well, it does matter that 9 and 1 sandwich 5, right? So adding 5 isn't going to do anything to the range. So you can tell the range will only change if you get a new biggest number or a new smallest number. Okay, so now the format has changed a little bit. How would the range change if the number 7 replaced the number 8? Okay, so I always trick the English of that, but it's basically saying I take my 8 and I make it a 7. Well, again, it doesn't affect the smallest number and the biggest number. So the range is still 9 minus 2 or 7. So if the number 7 replaced the number 8, we'd still not change the range because the smallest and biggest numbers don't change. How would the range change if the number 6 replaced one of the 9s in the set? Good question. So if the number of 6 replaced one of the 9s, so get rid of one of these 9s and put in a 6 here. Well, look, the biggest number is still 10, and the smallest number is 2. So that's not going to affect the range. The range here is 8. How would the range change if the number 2 replaced one of the 7s? So you get rid of one of these 7s and you put a 2 here. It almost changes things, but there was a 2 before, right? If there weren't a 2 before, that would be a big deal, but there already was a 2. So the range is 8, and it's still 8, right, when you replace that 7 with a 2. Now, if a 1 replaced one of the 7s, that would change the range. How would the range change if the number 6 replaced one of the 10s? Aha. But again, it's only one of them. There's still this 10, and there's still this 1. So there's still the same highest number and the same lowest number that there used to be. So no change. The range was 9 before, and it's still 9 now. Okay, well, hopefully now this is in your range of knowledge. I'll see you next time.